everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We are the United States of the world, and we're on a mission to banish poverty. We should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance publicly. We've been around for about 4 years, putting in really solid foundations, and we're now expanding our economy so that we can improve the liquidity and value of our currency for the benefit of all our citizens. And anybody can be a citizen as long as you're of legal age. Don't matter where you're from, what your gender is, what color, class, creed. We don't recognize any of those differences. We're a non-separatist organization, and that means we just see everybody as a human being. We don't separate them because of their height, weight, color, whatever, We recognize that every human being is unique, has something unique to offer our community, therefore is of equal value to every other member of our community. We distribute our currency free to our members every month, and they build up a balance, and it's designed to create a legacy of wealth for many generations to come. The release of those gifted, that gifted currency that members get is down to them. They can build their own personal liquidity pool, and through that, they can withdraw up to $10,000 a month from those tokens, the ShareHope tokens, which is our currency. While they're building that liquidity, they can make an amazing amount of money as well from a program we're about to launch, the ShareHope plan. It has a Powerline, and that Powerline is not just there for show. It really does mean that everybody that joins We Share Abundance after you will benefit you if they upgrade. Okay, it doesn't matter who introduced them, it doesn't matter what team they're in, they will enhance your income potential. Okay, now, as I said, we're streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group We Share Abundance publicly, and I'll be heading over to Facebook in a moment because that's where we get most of the comments. And it's also where we can put a name to the people on Facebook, which we can't do through the app that we're in here. We do see the names of people on YouTube and Twitch, but there are fewer of them than we get in Facebook, and we can't see the names of the Facebook ones. So that's why I'll be heading over to Facebook in a second. I'm going to make sure my speakers are off. Before I go, we do have Lewis in from Portugal and Don in from Canada, Vancouver Island, in watching through YouTube. But we've got a couple of people in on Facebook, and we can't tell who they are from the app. So I'm going to head over to Facebook right now. And then I'll be looking for We Share Abundance publicly group. And hopefully we'll get the 24th of February. And if I click to expand, we should get the comments panel, and we do. And we've got Verna in from South Africa. We have Bozina in from Edinburgh in Scotland. Congratulations to everybody in Scotland on defeating England in the Six Nations for the 4th consecutive year. It's getting to be a habit, okay? A good habit if you're a Scot, bad habit if you're English. We've got Carl in from New Zealand. Okay, we're going to get started right now with a short prayer, and we'll follow that with a little affirmation. The prayer is there to help us find true happiness in life. That is something that you can't buy. Money can't buy happiness. True, lasting happiness comes from loving service to others. And the great thing about being of loving service to others is that it attracts into your life everything else that you want and need. So you don't have to chase after money or relationships or anything else. Everything that you want and need will flow to you the more you go about being of loving service to others. And that's what our little prayer is about. It's to help with that. And then the affirmation is there to help us maintain that non-separatist ideology we have, where we just see everybody as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, all interlinked. Right. So without further ado, let's get started with that prayer and the affirmation, and then we'll bring you up to date with whatever's been going on today. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. And our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay, with it being a weekend, the only thing that usually happens is anything that I do. And with it being a weekend of the Rugby Six Nations, I don't do much because my afternoons are dedicated to watching the rugby, however good or bad it might be. The first game was quite good rugby. Ireland came out winners, as was expected, but Wales played pretty well, I thought. They did really well. The second game, Scotland, as expected, came out winners, but really the rugby wasn't that good from either side. Scotland didn't really create an awful lot. They were given a lot of ball by England, who I don't know what their account was, but I think it was probably one of the highest error counts in an international match ever. So many fumbles, knock-ons and everything else. So congratulations to Scotland, but the rugby wasn't that clever for the second game from either side. And congratulations to Ireland and to Wales for putting in a really good performance and almost preventing Ireland from their bonus point win. Right, what else have I got to offer you? I've only just basically kept on top of things. I did finish off with Rohit last night, and I think we've got everything sorted out on the ShareHope plan, but I have to test it thoroughly tomorrow. Once it is tested and I'm happy with it, which I think I will be from what I've seen, then we can load it onto our server, the live server. We can integrate the two databases, and once that's done, we can go live with it. I'm not quite sure how long it'll take. It will not be a matter of hours, it will be days to get that integration the way that I want it. But it's very, very close. Similarly, the 777 plan is very, very close. There isn't very much left to do in that. And there are one or two things more that I want to test there. But essentially, everything seems to be working pretty well. So they're both very close to being launched. One thing that Devyani did do, she did come in today, and she did not only, well, she didn't provide me with a list of people to upgrade. She said there's too many, it would take too long. So she wrote a little program and she ran it and she upgraded people. This was, as I said yesterday, it wasn't making people active as it should do. So they are all now active, those that should be active. And you'll see that it's made a big difference in our active member count. I said it would probably add 100. It's actually quite a bit more. Okay. Let me give you the numbers and then we can get on to anything else and answer any questions that you have and cover a couple of points that have been brought up by people that may clear the air a little bit for some of you. Okay. Right. So we had a net decrease in our registered members of 5 in the last 24 hours. That simply means that we took out more people who didn't keep their account alive by logging in at least once in the last 2 months. We always take out quite a bunch of people every day, anything between 50 and 100, sometimes even more. But we always get new registrations as well, and those new registrations in the last 24 hours, there were 5 less than the people we took out. So we now have 41,881 registered members. Active member count went up by 470. Okay, more than I expected. So we now have 3,694 active members, and that activation is now working correctly as it should. So we've got that fixed. Multiply Weezer site. There is actually one new email verified member, but nothing else has changed. We did get a few cents in the revenue share just for logging in to Multiply Weezer, but not enough to move it up into the next dollar. So we're still at $10,354 in the bonus pool. Once again, that won't change much. The Multiply Weezer site is pretty much dormant, and it will be until we get the Weezer tokens transferred onto out of the Waves exchange and into probably the Binance Smart Chain, possibly even the Polygon. Polygon tends to be faster now than the Binance Smart Chain and even less expensive, although the Binance Smart Chain is low cost as well. I see we've got Richard in from Devon in England and Kingsley in from Manchester in England. Okay, that really pretty much covers the updates, but 1 or 2 people have been asking what happens when the ShareHope plan goes live. And pretty simply, it is replacing the existing plan that was there, because that plan became unsustainable due to Binance locking our funds. We still haven't got access to our funds. We can't trade. But I think it's a blessing in disguise, because trading is not sustainable. It is possible to do well with training. It is possible to make a lot of money. It is possible to lose money. But even if you're making profits on a regular basis, it relies on some human intervention, and that human intervention can change at any time. We could have somebody trading for us that was really top notch and did really well, and maybe they decided to go off and do their own thing, or join some other company, or do whatever. They could be taken ill and not be able to trade. You know, there are lots of things. So it really is a blessing in disguise, because even though we were doing pretty well with it, it's not sustainable. And we have to plan to have something that is sustainable for generations. We've always planned to help people for generations. And so the move to the ShareHope plan that we have now gives everybody the opportunity to build their own liquidity pool where they can release up to $10,000 a month from their ShareHope wallet. They can do it at no out-of-pocket cost. They don't have to put any money in. And if they choose to put money in, it's only $2.50 a week, as opposed to what we were doing before, which was $100. So how can they do it without putting their hand in their pocket? Well, simply they can refer other people, and everybody that they refer that upgrades, they will get $2.50 for, and it will be paid to them every time that person renews. And it's paid $10 for 4 weeks. So every time somebody they refer pays $10, they will get $2.50. So if they refer 4 people, they will have $10 a month coming in. And if they're wise, they will use that to join the ShareHope plan themselves if they're not already in it. Well, they wouldn't be in it if they were only getting $2.50, because once they're in that ShareHope plan, every time those people renew, they will then get $5 from them instead of $2.50. So not only will that mean that they're getting $20, that $10 will cover their 4 weekly subscription, and they'll still have a $10 profit, which was as much as almost everybody was getting out of the old plan at this stage. There were some people that are getting more, but what we will be doing when we switch to the new plan, we've already ceased the old plan, but the new plan may be available by the 1st of March, but I doubt it. So we will probably be paying people on the same basis at the end of the month on the old plan. But certainly by the end of March, we will be operating on the new plan. So if somebody was getting $10 in the old plan, we will now put them at a level where they will get $20. That will enable them to pay a $10 monthly subscription, still have $10 a month coming in, and have the opportunity to earn from 2 matrices. One of them we will build for them. It's a community-wide matrix, and in time will bring in income of over $6,000 a month from the matrix. By the time they get to $6,000 a month in the matrix, they will have drastically increased the liquidity pool that they have, and will be able to withdraw much more than they would have ever been able to withdraw in their lifetime from the old plan. So it will definitely benefit those people greatly. It will benefit the people that would have had to have waited till September to get something back out of the plan, which we can't do now because we don't have the income for it. We don't have the funds, even from Binance. Hopefully, as we generate income, we'll be able to help people get started anyway, but they can get started themselves. They have to be self-reliant. They have to take responsibility themselves. Go out, refer 4 people. You'll be making $10 a month, and you will have your subscription paid every month. It really is as simple as that. You will also be earning from the 2 matrices in that ShareHope plan. What about the people that are getting more than $10 at this moment in time? Well, we're not going to let them down. We're going to make sure that they also are in a position where it is profitable for them to get involved in the ShareHope plan. If people don't decide to get in the ShareHope plan, their payments will cease. But there is no reason for anybody not to get in the plan, because they will be earning money. We will give them a rank that will allow them to earn money from the ShareHope plan, in addition to withdrawing from the ShareHope wallet that they have. So it will benefit everyone. It will mean that people that want to make withdrawals from their ShareHope wallet will be able to do it within hours if they choose. All they've got to do is refer a few people that want to participate in this amazing plan, pay $2.50 a week, even if they're passive, to have an income of over $6,000 a week built for them. It's a no-brainer. So that is the ShareHope plan, and that is the switch and what will be happening in that, and that has been made clear in different notifications, and I'm just restating what has already been told and what has been sent out in internal messages. The information has always been there. It has not changed. Okay. On the 777 plan, that is an amazing plan. That is a one-time payment in each phase. Now, you will automatically progress through the phases if you don't join them in advance, if you don't pay your way into them to start with, or at any time as you progress. I would recommend that you get in as many phases as you possibly can. There are 7 of them. To get in all 7 is 635. To get into 6 is about 300 or something like that. To get into 5 is only, I think, $155 or something like that. Getting into 5 is very popular. Getting into 7 is pretty popular. We do have quite a number of people that have got in just level 1. I would advise those people to get into at least level 2 as quickly as they can, because if they refer other people, even if they are referrals that are provided through the system, there is a good chance that those referrals that they have will upgrade beyond phase 1, either through their own efforts or through them putting their hand in their pocket. And if they do that, you've lost those people forever. And everybody that you lose is worth literally thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for you. Everybody that you refer is a new pay line. And those pay lines will in time be paying you roughly every week. It is residual income from a one-time payment plan, and that is pretty amazing. I don't know of any other plan that produces that sort of result. I don't think there has ever been a plan that produces that sort of result for a one-time payment. And each phase you're in, the payments get bigger. So the fact that you're only getting $4 in phase 1 shouldn't deter you, because that's $8 in phase 2, 16 in phase 3, 32 in phase 4. And this is from every pay line that you have. You know, if you've got 10 pay lines in phase 4, that's $320 a week potentially. Okay, it might take a bit longer, it might take a bit less, but let's say it's every 2 weeks. That's $600 a month, over $600 a month, nearer $700, but $600 a month. That is certainly a luxury car payment. For some people, it would even be a mortgage payment. For some people in some countries, that is more than they would earn from their job, you know. I know that if you're in the UK or North America, 600 wouldn't replace your job income, but it would help most families drastically, no matter where they are. And that's only in phase 4. If you've got 10 pay lines in phase 5, you're doubling that. And don't forget, when you move to phase 5, you're not losing phase 4, it's just added on. So all the phases that you're getting paid from are just adding into your income every week, every month, sometimes every day, depending on how many pay lines you have and how quickly you put them in place. Those pay lines are your passport to wealth. I see we've got Carlin asking a question, I think. In the ShareHope plan, if we have money in our available cash wallet, is that enough to be part of the plan, or do we have to opt in somewhere? You will have to authorize the option to take part in the plan. We won't just say, okay, then we're taking your money and putting you in the plan. But once you've opted in, if you have funds available, we will make automated payments so that you never miss out. And you would have to then either not have money in, make sure you had no money in so that we couldn't renew your subscription, or tell us that you wanted to opt out of the plan. You'd be crazy to do it, but I mean, that would be the way it would work. So yeah, we will make it as automated as we possibly can to make sure that you don't miss out, because once you get into the matrix, and I recommend you get in the first week, because you will never get a better position than you will get in that first week. If you don't get in the first week, get in the second week, because you will never get a better position than the second week. And if you ever drop out, you will never, ever get that position that you lost back. Everybody else will move up. It'll filter up, and you'll be down at the bottom somewhere. The Chinese have a proverb that says, when is the best time to plant a tree? And the answer is 20 years ago. And the second best time is today. Okay. Well, you couldn't get into the ShareHope plan 20 years ago. But if you don't get in week 1, which is the best time, get in week 2, get in week 3, get in week 4, get in as soon as you possibly can and stick with it. It's only $10 every 4 weeks. If you're active and refer a couple of people, it's costing you nothing. If you're not active, it may take a while before you hit break-even point. But stick with it, live with it, you know. Imagine it's your pension plan from your job. I tell you, it'll pay you a lot more than your pension plan from your job, unless you are a huge income earner anyway. You know, what's your pension going to be when you retire from your job? If you're lucky, it'll be half the income that you are, your final salary, you know. If you're not as lucky, it might only be a third of your final salary. You've got more time to spend it, and you've got less money coming in. Our ShareHope plan will provide you with that regular income, and it'll be weekly. It'll be going back to getting paid weekly rather than monthly. You know, in the old days when I started work, nearly everybody was paid weekly, and they were paid in cash. Most people didn't have bank accounts back in those days. I mean, I know this may sound strange to you, but people just didn't have bank accounts in those days. At best, they had a post office savings account or something like that. But most people didn't have any money to save anyway. They got paid weekly, and it was paid in cash. and it wasn't much. And they stuck in the same job for 40 years, and at the end, they retired, if they were lucky, on half pension. And if they were even luckier, they got a gold watch to say thanks for 40 years service. Times have changed. People don't stick in the same job forever and ever. People earn a little bit more, but the cost of living's gone up. People get paid monthly. We're going to get you back to being paid weekly. Okay. It's an amazing plan. For $2.50 a week, you can't afford not to be in that plan. Don't matter where you live. Even if $2.50 is a struggle for you, treat it as a tax, treat it as your rent, treat it as something that you have to pay anyway. In time, even if you're totally passive, you will be making enough so that it's not costing you anything anyway. And then you will gradually see your income increasing and increasing. And eventually you will have over $6,000 a month just from the community matrix. You will also be in the personal matrix, but we can't guarantee that that will ever produce for you. It's likely to, but if you are just in there and you don't refer anybody and nobody above you does anything either, you're not going to make anything out of the personal matrix. It is based on people referring people in that matrix. It is likely that you will generate additional income from that matrix, but it's not guaranteed. Like we will guarantee that you'll get to over $6,000 in the community matrix. We just can't tell you how long it'll take. It'll vary for everyone. But the quicker you're in, the higher your position, the quicker you'll get there. Okay, we got Reynold in from Trinidad and Tobago. Just saying hi. We've not got any questions from him. Let me get to the app and see if we've got any questions in there or any more people in. We've got Shanto in on YouTube. Hope you are good. My name is Ali Jan from Pakistan. I invited my friend and joined. We share abundance and now he's active this month, but I got only one referral point and I don't understand what you mean by only one referral point. And I don't know what the rest of your question was after the and. But you will both benefit from being citizens, no matter how long it takes you to get going. Okay, God bless you, welcome, and lovely to have you here from Pakistan. Nobody else in here, and no more questions in. So I don't have anything else for you. I will get some testing done tomorrow. There's only one rugby game tomorrow, and that's France and Italy. So that'll only take up a couple of hours of my time tomorrow, rather than the whole afternoon. So I will get a bit of testing done for you. We'll see where we are with those plans and how close we are. I think they're both pretty good. Okay, we'll have to wait and see. But if they are good to go, it won't be very long before we get them launched. It won't be very long anyway, even if there's things that need adjustment. I know now that the main bulk of the programming that's been done, the development, is what we want, because I've been testing them both quite extensively, and we've had to make a few changes in both of them to get where I want them to be, which means that all you have to do is get in the plans and you will guaranteed to make money. We can't tell you how fast, but you're guaranteed to make a profit from both of them. Get in them both as soon as they launch. Get in the 777 plan now in pre-launch and get as many phases as you can. The more phases you're in pre-launch, the more free entries you will be entitled to. You can get up to 7 of them. Everybody will get 2 at least. If you're in phases 1 and 2, you will get 2 free entries. If you're in phase 3 as well, you'll get an extra one. If you're in phase 4, you'll get another one, and so on. Okay, so you can have up to 7. But everybody gets at least 2. Those 2 drive the system, and they are provided by you as you go through the system and give up some of your commissions. The more you give up, the more quickly the plan works. The more quickly the plan works, the more money you make. And it's in all the personal development, in all the religions, scriptures, and all the wisdom, wherever you find it, through centuries, long before the birth of Christ. It has always been stated by the people with the greatest wisdom that the more you give, the more you receive. And that is certainly going to happen with our plans. You will be giving up some of the money that in most plans you would have earned, but it will guarantee that you make a lot more than any other plan that you would have been in. Okay, that's it from me. God bless you all. Let me just check in the app again before I say goodbye. Okay, we've got Don. I'm trying to log into my We Share Abundance account. The site is not working. Could you please check if working for you? Okay, let me check it now. It should be working. It has been working all day because I've had to keep checking on various bits and pieces, even though it's interfered with my rugby. But yeah, the site is there. It is up. It is working. You can log in. I don't know why you're having difficulty. Is anybody else experiencing trouble? I suggest you clear your cache and your cookies and everything from your browser. I've lost it now. Or try a different browser. The site is there and it is working. I've got another one here. Let me just go here and log in. Let me refresh the page just to make sure that we're getting the latest thing. And if I log in here with the test account, one that doesn't have 2FA. Let me find one that doesn't have 2FA. This one doesn't, I don't think. And logging in. Yeah, it's come up with the login ad. And that login ad doesn't come up until you're logged in anyway. So it will log in. It's on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we can click to go to the dashboard. And it's there, no problem. Yep, so I don't know why you're having difficulty with it, Don. It is working. As I say, try a different browser or clear your history. It should come up. Okay, that's it from me. I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance publicly. Of course, tomorrow, in addition to the updates, we'll be drawing the raffle. I don't know how many tickets have been sold, but they're only $1 each, and you can win $100. And you have a 1 in 3 chance of winning. Not of winning $100, but 1 in 3 chance of a prize. Top prize is just $100, but the cost of the tickets is just 1. Okay, so get your tickets, get ready. We'll draw it tomorrow, and I'll let you know how I've got on with checking both plans. They're both pretty much ready to go. The ShareHope plan will take a little bit longer because we've got to integrate the 2 databases. But other than that, It's all looking good. I'll be here tomorrow, as I said. So until then, get out there, get as many people as you can into that 777 plan. Everybody you refer is a pay line for you. Every pay line is worth thousands of dollars a month to you. Okay? Just do it. God bless. And I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Come on. In a wild crocodile. Woo. See you